Hello, everybody. Uh, First, please take a deep breath. Inhale fully. And exhale. Relax our body and the mind. Once more, please inhale fully. And exhale. And also once more, please inhale and exhale. Now, please appreciate that today we got this opportunity to reflect to the wisdom of the Buddha, to how to handle this suffering, especially the cause of suffering. As yesterday we have touched basic in the world, everybody, human beings, non-human beings, as you can see, very obvious, going through so much confusions and suffering, you see. And everybody, they desire to free from suffering, they desire to have all the peace and happiness. But many of them don't know how to really the cause of suffering. Because of that, they create more cause of suffering. So we develop such a mind that today I will reflect on the precious Dharma teachings to achieve complete enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings, so that Buddha, who is fully awakened in the mind, revealed total reality nature, the absolute peace and happiness. From that, taught these precious Dharma teachings to everybody, not just to a group of some Buddhists, but for everybody. Everybody has a chance, has a possibility to reflect on the Dharma and get the wisdom. So therefore, we need to reflect our mind to all the sentient beings in the world. We are surviving, we are living as a community, supporting each other, and directly or indirectly, in our life, the peace or happiness that we receive from all the sentient beings. So reflect on this, cultivate such kind of the enlightened mind for every sentient beings, based on loving kindness and compassion. Okay. So that kind of, they can develop within individual of us. Our mind it's not a matter, it's a consciousness. So it's infinite. It is such a kind of say beyond our kind of imagination. It's inexpressible. It's neither exists nor non-exist. If it is not exist, how we can feel, I want peace and happiness. I want to free from suffering. I want to do these things. This is consciousness. If it is as a matter there, then we should see it, but we don't see it, touch it. So it is such a profound, vast subject that's within us. It is like, as yesterday mentioned, it's like the space. The space has no limit. Likewise, our mind. Our matter, the matter, our body has a limit, but mind has no limit. So that, because of that, our bodhicitta, that we can develop to the infinite, to every sentient beings that Buddha did. And many bodhisattvas, they followed that path and brought such great benefit in our society for many centuries. Still, we should continue for the future, exercising this practice. So it is not a belief system. It's not just some kind of religious training, as usually I mention this. Is the way to wake up from the confusion and reveal our innate nature, the effulgence. The effulgence is uncontrived luminosity, is pure, precious. So that which is within us, but it is obscured by the our adventitious confusion, obscurations, or mental afflictions. So we need to reveal this and see it directly. So then we can see these obscurations, their nature is not exist. We are not making them non-exist, or we are not making them that these are non-existence, but their nature itself is not exist. See, that's where the teachings and the practice of the Mahamudra, is that where it is explained for. So today we are touching this, now going through this jewel ornament of liberation, the famous book written by Dharma Lord Gampopa. As yesterday we went through briefly about the title and the introduction, the brief introduction. As you can see how profound it is. So that today we'll touch now the primary cause, the Buddha nature. See, so every sentient beings is pervaded Buddha nature. So I don't want to go through all the quotations. As you can see, you can read. There's one quotation from the Ansarpas Tantra, which is the famous book written by Buddha Maitreya. That's called 5 Treatises of Maitreya. So from these 5 treatises is the last one, see, called Uttara Tantra. In that, see, because the perfect form of Buddha radiates, because there are no distinctions within suchness, and because all are in a family, all sentient beings are always of the essence of enlightenment. So this is very important. Every sentient being has this, the seed of the enlightenment. We call it seed because we have not awakened yet. Actually, itself is Buddha, Buddha Dharmakaya. But since we have not perceived it directly, we have not experienced that directly, then we call the seed. So that the seed of the enlightenment is pervaded to every sentient beings. So that is inseparable of the luminosity and emptiness. From the luminosity point, it is called effulgence, pristine, clear, pure. But that very pristine, clear, pure itself is inseparable from the emptiness. So that's why I say, because of perfect form of the Buddha radiates. So form of the Buddha is Dharmakaya. That Dharmakaya, now he explains, all sentient beings are pervaded by the emptiness of Dharmakaya. That, so that means the ultimate Buddhahood is Dharmakaya. Dharmakaya is all pervading emptiness, and the emptiness pervades all sentient beings. Therefore, all sentient beings are of the Buddha natures. See? So, to achieve Buddha, to achieve the Buddhahood, we don't seek outside of us, but we have to look inside our mind. Our mind has the nature of the Buddha. Just even now, we are not fully awakened, but just now we can get a glimpse of this. Now, as we did short meditation, relaxing, physically, mentally, we always need this to reflect on this. And just make your mind calm and peaceful. And then there is, in your mind, maybe some kind of mental afflictions, or like some kind of aversion, attachment, manifests in the mind. And usually, generally, in the samsara, where our attention is taken by that, we go along with that, either with attachment or aversion, and then we are fully involved, and then we just go through a lot of confusions and sufferings. But here, you look at, when that thoughts, any kind of that thoughts manifests in the mind, then just directly see it. First of all, where that thought is coming from outside or from within in. You don't find, you will not find whether it's coming from outside or inside. And then you look at it, where it is located, and you don't find either, neither inside nor outside the body. It's just a thought. Look at it, what color it has, what shape it has. It's neither exist. So finding that the self is, now you can see, it's just an illusory nature. It's just a manifestation. It's the manifestation of our habit. We are so habituated in this, that's called inveterate propensity. Effortlessly manifests these thoughts, aversion, attachment, this, I, self, all this, But when you look at it directly with the wisdom, with the special insight, then you cannot find that it exists anywhere. At the same time, there is this thought, but that thought where it is location, you cannot find the location, and we cannot find that itself exists. So it is exist, neither exist, or nor none exist. You see. So that finding, when you could meditate on this, relax on this, then you can see your mind is so calm, so peaceful. So that's what's called effulgence. The clear light. But at the same time, the nature itself is emptiness. So that is the Dharmakaya. So that's a Buddha's wisdom, that Buddha has enlightened that Dharmakaya, that within us, it is pervaded to all the sentient beings. It's the matter whether you realize or not realize. So many people don't like to look at it. They think it's boring. No, it's nothing. There's nothing to see. No. So they just leave because they're attracted. They're so attracted by the outside, all these outer activities. So this, we, as a meditator, we look at it, meditate in that nature. So that's why he is here saying the Dharmakaya is pervaded to all sentient beings. Yeah. Then next, there are no differentiation in the nature of the suchness, means that the suchness of the Dharmata, suchness of the Buddha is identical to the suchness of sentient beings. None is better or worse. None is bigger or smaller. None is higher or lower. So because of that, all sentient beings are of the Buddha's nature. So now that same subject, as I mentioned, looking at the mind, look at your mind, all the different thoughts manifest. And when you use your special insight with the support of the shamatha, karma abiding, then you cannot find that thought. That you cannot find it because it's not exist, as we talked of something to grasping. Like say, sometimes we are so excited. So look at it, why I'm so excited. No. So a very good friend of mine is now, haven't seen for a long time. Today I see, so I'm so excited. But then that excitement in your mind, look at it. Where it exists within you or outside. Without your friend, there's no excitement. There's no cause for that. But within your mind, also, when you look at it, without the mind, there's no excitement. That very excitement itself is very illusory nature. It's just display of the causes and conditions. But in its own nature itself, does not exist. So that's what's called suchness. The suchness of the Buddha and suchness of the sentient beings, there's no single difference. When you look at this and see this directly, all your grasping, fixated or fixations that were involved in this, it's all just dissipates. And then that makes your mind calm and peaceful. There is no suffering exists. There's nothing to attach to and hate to. So this is how important. So that's why I say the nature is pervaded to all the sentient beings. Now, so it's, when you could practice this, meditate on this, slowly, your mind come to adjust on this practice, and your mind become clear and clear. From that clarity of the mind, then the qualities of the mind will manifest. The understanding of the causality, understanding of the bodhicitta, how you can develop loving kindness, compassion. These qualities will manifest, will come out from your mind. Because we are now our adventitious obscurations, the defilements subside. They slowly go away. They have no place to abide within us. So that mind neither exists nor none exists. That effulgence of the clarity of the mind become clear and clear. See? So that itself is Buddha's mind, and that we have within us. So our mind is or should say, Buddha's mind is no better than our mind. As mentioned, there's neither higher, lower, better or worse. You can see this. Just for example, the emptiness of my right hand and emptiness of my left hand, no difference. You see, the emptiness of my left hand is not worse than my emptiness of my right hand. See, the emptiness of my happiness and the emptiness of my suffering, there's no difference. See? So when you realize that, then we don't attach to our happiness. We don't hate to our suffering. When we could comprehend that, then that very nature itself is joy. Because the nature of the Buddha, also Buddha nature itself, is peace and joy. And that's how we achieve the peace, you see. When we could achieve the peace, it's called, the peace is called undefiled peace, unafflicted peace. The basic reality nature of the peace itself. When we have that, see that very peace itself is a joy. We don't have to cry, crying on that. Well, we don't have to look for it, but it's within us. But we have to have a skill how to reveal this. That's where the study and the practice, we have to go side by side. Study itself, or study alone, study alone is not enough. You can read many books. It's good, you get a lot of information, but without practice, then it's it's just a knowledge. But without study, you cannot practice. You have no tool to see that. So while studying, practice together, side by side, meditate on this. Without distraction. So there's the suchness of the Buddha and suchness of our mind has no different. So that's why the Buddha nature is pervaded to all sentient beings. So those are two. Now third, everyone has a family. He has mentioned that all have a family, means that all sentient beings can be categorized into the 5 families of the Buddha. No? When every sentient beings, here family means this, we have opportunity, we have way to actualize this suchness. We have ability to see the Dhammakaya that we have within us. So all the sentient beings are within the family. That's what it means. Here, there are 5 families mentioned. The disconnected family, the indefinite definite family, the hearer family, the solitary realizer family, and the Mayana family. So here, disconnected means for the time being. There are some individuals, the adventitious obscuration is so thick, they have no any feeling of concern, anything, right or wrong. Like the moon in such a dark cloud. You cannot see the moon directly because it is so dark that even though for the time being the darkness is there, but it doesn't mean always in that nature. After some time, that cloud will disappear slowly, slowly through the causes and conditions. But the moon is there. That moon can appear. Likewise, there are some individuals, the adventitious obscuration is so thick, looks like impossible. But when time goes, life after life, after many lifetimes, then slowly it connects. Connects to the teaching of the wisdom, and fully awaken. That's what's called disconnected family, you see. So that's why Buddha, the great Bodhisattvas, they're reborn again and again, as long as the samsara exists, because they never give up. Every sentient being has the opportunity. It may take time, but eventually anything is possible. So we cultivate bodhicitta in that way, you see. Sometimes it takes time, but slowly we can make it. Even in our own mind, to get we're practicing Dharma for many years. Sometimes we feel, there's no progress. My mental affliction continues. I have chanted that many mantras. I have meditated so many years, but mine still, what's called very thick, obscured mind. It's difficult. But if we continue without losing courage or interest, devotion to the Dharma, to the Buddha, definitely we can get the benefit. We can progress step by step. That's called family. And especially we have to develop the bodhicitta. It's not easy. Even to help to one person, it's not easy, very difficult. You say you say all the time, you repeat again and again. They don't get it, But from your side, never give up. Always go forward, meditate, helping others, helping yourself. That's called family. So even though they're divided into 5 families, disconnected, indefinite, hearer, Partik Buddha, Mayana, at the end, all are in one family, the Buddhahood. In Sanskrit, it's called the Eka Yana. Eka means one. Yana is a vehicle. One Yana, the Buddha Yana, the Mahayana. That is, you see. So this is just brief about Buddha nature. Look at it, and we should inspire ourselves. I have the Buddha nature. If I study, practice Dharma, I can make it. I'm so fortunate that now I've met the Dharma teachings in my life. And then we respect all the rest sentient beings. Everyone is like me. They want peace and happiness. They want to free from suffering. Look at this, and everyone has the Buddha nature. Then we respect. Everyone has a potential to become Buddha. Even though they have not realized as a Buddha, but their nature itself is no different from Buddha. because Buddha perceived them as a Buddha. So we respect all sentient beings. Because of this, there's a reason why we need to cultivate loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta to all the sentient beings. And through this practice, we get all the opportunity to purify our own defilement. So we go this way, just go forward. Then in the, you see, I don't need to go others. You can read others as easy, it's easy. In the Mahayana family, there are 6 topics or 6 classification, divination, synonym, reason, it is superior to other family, causal characteristics, and marks. These 6 comprise Mahayana family. So classification means division. So there are 2, you see, there are 2 different, there are 2 classification or 2 division of this Mahayana family. So the naturally abiding family and the perfect workable family. This 2 is very important that we to understand. Naturally abiding family means, as just earlier mentioned, every sentient being has the Buddha nature. It's naturally. It's mode of abiding. It's the basic disposition of all sentient being has the Buddha nature. So from that, we see sentient being has the potential. Even though they are not, at this time, they are not prepared yet. But in their mind, naturally, the Buddha nature is abiding, is there. The nature of the effulgence is there. Then next, second, you see, it's called the perfectly workable family, means those who are interested in Dharma teachings, study, practice, especially bodhicitta. They have been now studying, practicing about bodhicitta, now practicing loving kindness to all sentient beings, practicing compassion to all sentient beings, and then cultivate, I want to attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings repeatedly. So that's called perfectly workable. Life after life, we have been studying, practicing this. So there's a 2 division of classification of the Mahayana. Then this, as I explained, so no need to go through this definition. That's what I said is the definition. The synonyms of family they're called potential. The Buddha nature, who has it, has a potential to become Buddha, and it's called seed. Then sphere element, in Sanskrit it's called dhatu. Come means sphere means all the pervading, the potential is there, is infinite. And the natural mode of abiding. So this is natural abide. There's just basic disposition is just there. So these are called the synonym. Then it's a superiority means the Sharavaka, Patik Buddha, they achieve their final result just by purifying the obscuration of the afflictions, Nyumu or in other words, they now cut through the self-grasping. Selflessness is thoroughly persecuted, purified, and they attain the Arhat state. And the Bodhisattva, they become Buddha with the two obscurations, the obscurations of the mental afflictions and the subtle obscurations of the skull, the knowledge obscuration, are those two fully purified. The gross obscuration and the subtle obscurations, both are thoroughly purified and become the Buddha. Then that's called the mind family is fully awakened. So that's what it's called superior. But Arhat also, they can attain Buddhahood. So others no need so much to go through. And what here is now, what we should do is here, so here mentioned in the jewel ornament liberation, you see those who are disconnected family, it will take a long time to become Buddha. And the indefinite family, some who could connect to the Mayana, it won't take too long. But those who are connected to the Sharavaka and Patik Buddha take longer time. And Sharavaka and Patik Buddha, they take long time, but much sooner than disconnected family. And the Mayana is those who belong to Mayana, it won't take too long to become Buddha. So this is a time frame that you can see. This all you see is how things work. Now here example is some examples are mentioned. It's a very important, you see. But at the end, thus by the above three reasons, it has been the three reasons as I mentioned. Every sentient being has the Buddha nature as the Dhammakaya pervaded. And everyone, Buddha's enlightenment, sentient being, their suchness is no difference. And everyone has family. So these are three reasons. Because of these three reasons, that all have the Buddha nature. Furthermore, consider these examples: silver abiding in its ore, oil abiding in a mustard seed, and butter abiding in milk. See, from silver ore, we can produce silver. From mustard seed, we can produce oil. From milk, we can produce butter. Likewise, sentient beings can become Buddha. So this is a very important point. Sometimes we call raw material. From this, gold, raw material, we can produce gold. The gold within the raw material, and the gold, it is already refined from that. There's no difference. The same nature, like the butter in the milk and butter which is produced, there's no difference. The only difference is the butter in the milk you can not see as a butter. We can use as a butter. But butter which is produced, then we can see this is the butter. And this is the, we can use as a butter. See? So we sentient beings, the samsara, even though we have every potential of the Buddha, but we cannot call I'm a Buddha. And also I cannot do as Buddha does, helping sentient beings, because these temporary obscurations is obscured by enlightened quality. That's why we need to study, practice the Dharma. So look at this. Here, the Buddha nature, the primary cause, all sentient beings is pervaded. We just relax and reflect on this, meditate. Yes, even I can do now. It's not far there. Sometimes we feel Buddha is so somewhere out there, and I am so insignificant, I'm nothing, we feel that. But if you touch these teachings, reflect on these teachings, then you can see, that's what means I have the Buddha nature. I can see it, I can experience it. These precious teachings, we should now, that's why we have to have an opportunity how to practice them. If we don't know how to practice them, then still so far. Keep analyzing, no end, you see, because there's no end of thought, no end of thinking, you see. But somehow we have to know how to sit and reflect on this and meditate, then digest the teachings. Then you can say, oh, yes, I can make it. So that's how some Buddha nature. First, please reflect on this. Then, next, we should try the chapter 2, the working basis, precious human life. This is, you see, everything is conditional. Everything depends on causes and conditions. It's not just one thing or two things. Many causes, conditions has to come together. So now here, if I read first few lines, the chapter 2 says, precious human life. All sentient beings have Buddha nature. That being the case, do all means in the 5 realms. So here 5 realms is hell realm, Holy Ghost, animal 3, demigod, and God realm. Do they have opportunity to achieve enlightenment? So, no. See, such as hell beings, Holy Ghost, and so forth, have the capacity to work towards enlightenment. So here Gampopa says, no. This means directly. It's not saying there is no bodhisattvas in the hell realm, Holy Ghost, animals. There's no bodhisattvas in the demigod garden. Of course there are. But naturally, because it's called the ordinary beings in these realms, in that life, they have not that opportunity. Says no. only a precious human life. This also human life we should explain now. Not every human beings, but those who have the precious human life. See, human life, which has the two qualities of leisure and endowments. This is the body which has two qualities, the leisure and endowments. Then, and a mind which holds the three faiths, three interests, or three trusts, you can say, has the good basis to work towards enlightenment. Now the summary, you see, leisure and endowments. And that's the body. Trust, longing, and clarity. These are the three from the mind. Two of the body and the three of the mind. These five comprise the excellent working basis. So these five conditions makes the perfect to work towards the enlightenment, Buddhahood. So if you just say, what are those that which makes the leisure? No. So here's the first with the opposite, unfavorable. No, that those sentient beings the born in the hell realm. So as I mentioned, in hell realm, not necessarily somewhere place. We have in this realm, in the human realm, in the animal realm, there are individuals so tortured, constantly tortured. So those are hell realm, In the human, in the animal realm, there are individuals who are always hungry, looking for something to drink, eat. And there are some who are so stupid, those hell realm, hungry ghost or hungry spirit animals. So then barbarian, even human beings, barbarians, the border place means there's no wisdom, right or wrong. And long life, means there are some who live for long life, but no clarity of the mind, understanding what samsara, what enlightenment. And holding wrong views means basically not understanding of the causality. What's virtue? What's non-virtue? What's the cause of peace and happiness? What's the cause of suffering? Have no any understanding. Doesn't make sense. And absence of the Buddha, where there's no Buddha appeared, there's no any teachings to study, practice how to free from samsara. And then last, the mood, who cannot communicate. So these are the 8 unfavorable conditions. So there are they called unfavorable conditions. When these 8 are reversed, not free from these 8, then it's called leisure. Means has time, opportunity to study, practice. So these 8 leisures. Then next, endowment. There are 10 endowments, as you see. The 10 are divided into 2. You see, 1 from one side, the 5 from one side, 5 from others, you see. The first 5 from one side is one has to be human being and born in a central country, means where there's Dharma teachings, and having all the senses. You can read, hear, smell, think of all this, and then not reverting to the evil deeds, means who have not done such kind of heinous action, which prevents to attain Buddhahood in one lifetime. And having devotion for the teachings, means who interested like taking refuge, taking the precepts, so forth. So these qualities that we have to have from oneself. Then the 5 qualities from outside, from other side, that is the 5 qualities comes from outside circumstances are Buddha has appeared in this world. Buddha must have appeared in the world, and then Buddha taught the Dharma teachings too, and that Dharma teaching, what Buddha taught, continues today. And there's a follower of the Dharma, the teachers, Sangha communities, 4, and then there is love and kind support from others. When we practice, we need a lot of supports. So these 5 conditions we need from outside. So when these 2 come together, it's called the 10. So 10 endowments. So body, which has these 10 qualities, is called 10 endowments. So it makes the 18, the 8 ledgers and 10 endowments. So that makes the precious human life. That makes such a opportunity, makes such great condition. Then you have full to study, practice Dharma. See, if you look, just imagine, if one is missing from this 18, then we cannot practice Dharma, you see. So how rare it is. Look at this. Those who has this appreciate, rejoice. There are so many people in the world. Many don't have this opportunity. And I have this. So I'm so fortunate. Appreciate, rejoice, uplift yourself. Not out of arrogance, but out of modesty, out of wisdom, out of love and compassion. See? So then, says it is precious now. It is precious because first it is difficult to achieve. And then second, it's precious because it brings great benefit. Now, difficult to achieve this precious human life means, now I don't want to read all those quotations here because you can read them. One important point is that those like in the hell realm, those who are like in the hungry ghost, those who are the like animal realms, how they can reborn as a human. Because this human, to have this precious life, the foundation is we have to take we have to have the 5 precepts that Madhyamika Avatara mentioned. So that's why the morality is so important, ethics. Having practiced the 5 precepts makes the perfect condition to be born as a human, as a precious human life. So need a lot of accumulation of the merit. See. Then the benefit here the many you can read, so much benefits there. You see that three individuals' capacity, even who has very kind of mental power is not strong, still has an opportunity to reborn next life as a human beings. And then mediocre, you see, has opportunity to free from samsara, can achieve arhats. Then the great capacity mind can become Buddha, Bodhisattvas, you see, having this precious human life, you see. So this is the benefit. But this one is mentioned by Acharya Chandra Gomin, say, how great are its beneficial effects, its precious human lives, beneficial effects. By obtaining this precious human life, one can become free from the ocean of rebirth. See how wonderful it is when you are free from the ocean of rebirth, means free from the rebirth in the samsara. When one is free from the samsara, go beyond the samsara, then the suffering in the samsara does not exist. See? So just look at, so this is you achieve having this precious human life. And then not only that, he said, and also sow, see, sow the seed of supreme enlightenment. See, means we can cultivate bodhicitta with this precious human life. So last month we did the Bodhisattva's vows ceremony. See, we are very joyfully, happily, perform the Bodhisattva's vow. I cultivated aspiration bodhicitta. I have embraced the action bodhicitta. I am so grateful. I am so happy. It's because this precious human life we have. See? So how precious this is. This now, as you see, cultivating bodhicitta is the direct cause to achieve Buddhahood. It's the consummate method now to achieve the Buddhahood. See, because of bodhicitta, then you can practice generosity and practice the ethics, moralities, practice the patience, perseverance, and meditative concentrations, and special insight. All these 6 parameters we can practice because of this precious human life. Some people think contemplating on the precious human life is not important, but it's very important to inspire ourselves to practice the Dharma, not to waste the opportunity. When you drive, when you have a car to drive for a few days, want to arrive in such a beautiful destination, wonderful place, you need such a good car. And then you can drive the car directly to get to that destination. The car has all the conditions. So like this precious human life is like the car to drive to the destination of the enlightenment. No, just reflect on this, meditate. So Dhamma practice is always practice, you practice joyfully. No, samsara is not the place to stay all the time. Say, I have been in the samsara for that long. Now I have the precious human life to free from samsara and to achieve enlightenment. See. So this is one important point. Then the next important point, working basis, is the mind. Our mind needs interest to free from samsara. We need interest to attain Buddhahood. If you have not interest, even though you have opportunity, chance, it's okay, no. You want to sit? It's okay, I like to go outside. You know, there's very beautiful movie to see, you know. Oh, I like to go there, you know, this, you know. So you're sitting here, is boring, you know, not interest. Because you have not seen the suffering of the samsara. So now here it's called faith, we call faith, or mentally. Here, three faiths, you see, the trusting faith, the longing faith, and clear faith. There are three of them. What this means, trusting faith means your understanding of the causality. When Buddha taught the Four Noble Truths, Buddha said, you should know the suffering. Then we understood what suffering is about. Then where the suffering is coming from the cause. Kunjung, Dunge Demba is the truth of the suffering. Means that's reality. Everyone now understands the suffering. Now, Kunjung Demba, the truth of the cause. So that suffering does not come from without cause or from wrong cause, from the incomplete cause. It comes from the direct, right cause. So Kunjung Demba. So Buddha said, avoid these cause of suffering. So understanding that's called the trusting faith. So this, I usually say, you know, the causality is not just Buddhist belief. Sometimes we say, oh, Buddhists believe karma, you know. Oh, Buddhists believe rebirth, you know. Or say, Buddhist philosophy, they say everything's emptiness. This is something like Buddha created. And then we believe, you know, oh yes, Buddha said this everything is emptiness, you know. Oh yes, I believe karma. Oh yes, there's a previous life, you know. Some now people, individuals, they think these are just Buddhist culture, tradition, or believe something. But in reality, it's not a Buddhist belief. It's the reality of all phenomena. Now that you can see precisely through the different causes, conditions, how things are manifesting. No? It's very clear, obvious. No, we cannot ignore these things. We have to be very smart. As yesterday I mentioned, this 21st century, people are so smart, educated, but we are so, the word besotted. We are completely besotted with our mental confusion. Make sense? Yeah. Besotted is very good word. I'm completely besotted with this individual. So like it's taking my freedom, So it's taking our freedom by our mental affliction. So look at this. Even though we know it, but we sacrifice. Then we have to pay the price. The suffering is there because we create the cause of suffering. So Buddha, for long run, seeing the complete nature of the samsara, universe, and taught all this wisdom, the teachings. So you see, Buddha's wisdom is beyond the measurement. Buddha's compassion is undefiled compassion, beyond the measurement. Taught the teachings with compassion to all the sentient beings. Because all in our life, in the samsara, anywhere, everywhere, educated, uneducated, rich, poor, human beings, non-human beings, all our concern is suffering. And our concern is how to free from suffering. On the basis of that, we make effort, work hard. But sometimes we create more chaos, more suffering. So that's why Buddha taught you should understand the suffering and avoid the cause of suffering. So understanding this is called the trusting faith. Then need to achieve the nirvana, the cessation of suffering. To achieve that state, we have to follow the path. Generally, 37, the branch of enlightenment, especially the eightfold path, right view, right action, right thought, so forth. We have to follow those. That is called Dharma practice. First to understand about those, and then following on those. So this is called the trusting faith. The next, longing faith means now I'm really desire to free from samsara. I'm really desire to achieve the nirvana. Longing. I'm longing to arrive to a special place. If we made a plan to go picnic in a special place, then we are so longing to get there. We have such strong desire to arrive at that special place. So here is we are longing to free from samsara, longing to arrive in the enlightenment. This is all our mental journey. So that kind of faith we need. And then next, the third, clear faith means look at the Buddha. who purified all the obscurations, fully awakened from the delusion. It's called awaken. Then developed all the excellent qualities, as I mentioned, as earlier. When you look at the mind, and when these thoughts, when they invade your mind, where they are, where they abide. When you look carefully, these negative thoughts or these illusions has no place. They just dissolve into emptiness. That's the taking care of the obscuration. While we are taking care of these obscurations, then the clarity, the effulgence of the mind manifests slowly, clear. Then you see, yes, it makes sense. Everything is impermanent. Everything is illusory nature. Then there's great joy, happiness. Just manifests by itself without attachment. So looking at these, so it's called the Buddha who achieved these excellent qualities. Very clear mind. The Dharma teaching that Buddha taught is wisdom, that Buddha has what Buddha achieved enlightenment, that we study, practice. I must study, I must practice the Dharma teaching for my own benefit and for others' benefit. And the Sangha, the great Bodhisattvas who are studying this, who are practicing this, they are so precious. So these Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, they are so precious, so clear faith. So we need this clear faith. So then our study, practice the Dharma teachings will be very productive. So two qualities about the body, the leisure and endowments, and three qualities from the mind, the trusting faith, walking faith, and clear faith. So they now makes the complete, perfect condition that we study, practice Dharma. So that's what's called precious human life. Reflect on this. It's so kind of precious, you see. Acknowledge, say, I have this condition. Even though I'm getting old, but I can make it. I can practice Dharma. And now I have better chance, more opportunity to study, practice Dharma. Now I have enough experience of samsara. We did all. We went to so many places. We went to a picnic. We went to the movies. We went to all these things. Now nothing special is there. Now Dharma teaching makes all sense. Oh, precious human life I have. I am so fortunate. I have perfect condition. Now I have perfect Dharma teachings. What better we can get than this? You see, now I dare not waste this opportunity. Now my mental emotions, now they have been playing with us, with me for a long time. These mental afflictions, you see, they have been playing, dragging me here, there, everywhere. I went through enough. I said, now enough. Now it's a time you just settle down. I will practice Dharma, and I will make such a condition these mental afflictions disappear to nowhere. There's no place to go, but disappeared. Just meditate. Because these mental afflictions are nothing but mirage, illusory nature. They obscure our mind when we don't have the wisdom. They take all our attentions. But as soon as when you use this wisdom, as I mentioned, where are they exist, then they have no life. They are just illusion. That's what's called illusion is about, you see. Mirage, you see. They are like a dream. So that is the precious human life to reflect on. Then next, I want to touch on the contributory cause, the precious teacher now, the spiritual master, chapter 3. Okay. Even though we have the excellent working basis, a precious human life. So now look to yourself. Oh yes, I have leisure, I have endowments, no, I have perfect condition physically, and mentally also, yes, I know, I trust this causality. I know the suffering and the cause of suffering. I understand, it makes sense. And then, yes, I want to free from suffering, samsara. I want to achieve, I'm longing to achieve nirvana, no? And I have truly great faith to Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. It's all there. No, I have this. So can I do this without spiritual master? So then it's a little difficult. Now here's a precious human life. If we are not encouraged by spiritual master, then it will be difficult to follow the path of enlightenment. See, spiritual master who infuse you, encourage you, inspire you to study, practice the Dharma, see, or don't too attach to the samsara. No. Get out of the samsara, so forth. No. Because, he said, because of the power of the non-virtuous inveterate propensity of the previous lives and the force of habitual tendencies. We are so habituated with our habit. See? Like just an example, like smoking. We are not born with smoking, but somehow when you are young, with our friends, then we're interested in smoking. Slowly, get used to it. After some years, then we are so habituated. Very difficult to give up. See, even your friends, relatives, they tell you it's not good for you, not good for your health, not good for your money, all this. And you know it, not good. But without it, you cannot live it. No. It's worse than missing a lunch. The time when you smoke, if that time there's no smoke, is you become restless. So what to do? So irritated. So because the habit, so habituated. See, so like that, our samsaric habits, so habituated difficult to give up. Sometimes you know it, but can't help. And then we feel miserable. No. So when these conditions happen, we need a spiritual master to help us, to teach us how to uproot these habits. And we need a good teacher, see, who has a wisdom, who has a compassion, who has a mental, some kind of ability to tell you. Some, they don't tell you, they know your way is wrong. They cannot tell you it's wrong. Feeling that, or maybe offended, or if that person is angry, upset, then I don't like it, So the spiritual master has to have such a no attachment to himself or herself, first of all, and then has the skill to tell you, and has the wisdom and compassion to uproot these our bad habit. See, you can read the life stories of the great masters in the past. There are some great masters, who tell to the students, has a kind of such a bravery, mental courage. So you are doing this, it's not right, it's wrong. And first the disciple is so upset, not happy about it. But then slowly, the disciple recognizes that. And then later he feels so grateful. Because if you told me this, now I'm much better off. If you have not teach or taught me this, I will not happen this way. So spiritual masters that, in Tibetan, Gaveshinyan, in Sanskrit, Kalyan Mitra. Sometimes that translates as spiritual friend. Spiritual friend is, translation is right. But in the mind, when you say friend, it's just psychologically, say, oh, he's my friend, so there's no kind of urgency there. When you find spiritual master, say, oh, there's something, he or she bears some quality, ability, so there's some kind of weight there. So I sometimes the translators I work with, I told them, looks like spiritual master is a little better word to use, Then says spiritual friends, oh, he's my friend, she's my friend. So that is here saying why spiritual mastery is so important. See, to cut through the propensity, the negative habit. So force of the habitual tendencies. Therefore, it is necessary to attend spiritual master. So we have to have spiritual master. Now to that is the reason, and now the summary. Reason why we need spiritual master. Reason. Then classification. I use the word classification. we can also use division. No, in each the individual there's a division or classification. Then characteristics or the definition, the characteristics of each division or the classification. And then what the method, so the method and benefit. What's the benefit attending the spiritual masters? So benefit of attending spiritual master. These 5 comprise attending the spiritual master. See. So, the first reason, there are 3 reasons explaining why we have to attend a spiritual masters. There are 3 reasons. Look at this. First, scriptures means Buddha's word or the word of the great masters like Nagarjuna, Asanga, those. So they told us we need to attend spiritual masters. And then logic, reason, and simile or example. First, just if I read this Buddha's, in the scripture from the condensed perfect of wisdom sutra says, noble disciple who has respect for the Lama or for the teacher or for the spiritual master should always attend the wise Lama, wise spiritual master. Now here, usually I say, title is not important. Some bears very high title, but doesn't have good quality. You see, they get titles, some from different sources and they get a good title. And they go around. It's confusing, But some who doesn't have any title, but they are so rich in their Buddhist philosophy, scholarship. They are so rich in the meditation practice. Just yesterday I mentioned Kunu Lama Rinpoche. He didn't bear or he didn't have any title. No title of Vajradhara, title of this and that. No, he was just a simple practitioner. Because he didn't have the title, not many people pay attention to him. There's some when I and my friend went to see him and receive teachings, there are 5 or 10 disciples receive teachings from him, And when you request the teachings from him, he said, "Oh, I don't know. I studied some, but I forgot this, that, But then you insist, please, we really want teaching from you, this. Once he accepts the teaching, then his scholarship, his realization, unimaginable. So that's the title, see. So with or without title, doesn't matter, with or without title, the important is quality. That's very important. That's why I said wise Lama or wise spiritual master. Because one receives good qualities from him or her. We need such a good teacher. Our qualities depends on the teacher. See, when you are a good teacher, then it grows your quality, your ability experiencing the teachings. So that's very important, you see. So there, if I read the next one also, from the beginning, a bodhisattva, mahasattva, who wishes to achieve the unsurpassed, complete, perfect enlightenment, Buddhahood, should meet, attend, and pay respect to spiritual master. You see, this is Buddha's talking about. Even bodhisattvas still should look for a good master. No, so it says, first you should meet, and then say attend, follow him, her, and then pay respect. Means then you receive teachings. All your ability of the experiencing meditation depends on that teacher. That perfectly makes sense, you see. Even nowadays, you see the big universities, college, whether it's good or not depends on the lecturer. With this very good lecturer, science, or mathematics, whatever, economic or law, with this very good lecturers, those students from that university become such bright. And there's such a graduated from such university. No. So it makes sense, If the teacher, the lecturer has no quality, the student cannot get any benefit. So we also in the Dharma teaching, still this is more important. The university, the college, in their university, you just get this good degree, qualities, just for this life. Here, Dharma teaching, to cross the boundary of the samsara is more difficult. First, that person has to know the nature of the samsara, and then has to know how to cross the samsara and achieve the nirvana. Very serious. So we have to kind of understand this point. See. So here, the logic here, maybe if I read that is also very important, you see. One who wishes to achieve the omniscient state should attend a spiritual master because of not knowing how to accumulate merit or how to purify obscurations. Because at the beginning, we don't know how to purify our mental obscurations. We don't know how to accumulate merit to digest these powerful, profound teachings. So then the positive illustration of this is the Buddha of the three times. So Buddha of the past, present, future. They became Buddha because of the perfect teacher they met, perfect spiritual master they met. So they became Buddha. See, and on the other side, solitary realizer. So solitary realizer, they don't have that kind of perfect teacher, so they become solitary realizer, not Buddha. So, to explain, in order to achieve the complete perfect Buddhahood, all the accumulations, including merit and primordial wisdom, must be gathered. The means to do that, it depends on the spiritual master. See, so then we have to accumulate merit and accumulate wisdom. Or in other words, we have to gather the merit, gather all the wisdom. Gather. It means to do that, it depends on the spiritual master. To do that, it depends on the spiritual masters. All the obscurations, including the afflicting emotions and the subtle obscurations to enlightenment, must be purified. The method to abandon these obscurations depend on the spiritual masters. So there's two reasons here. First reason, to gather all the collection of the merit and wisdom. We don't know at the beginning, it depends on the spiritual masters. So we need an authentic spiritual master. And then second, we need to purify all the gross and subtle obscurations. And we individually don't know. We are overpowered by our mental afflictions. And we are enslaved by them. As I mentioned, we are totally, completely besotted with our mental afflictions. And then have no chance. So to free from this, we need such a spiritual master, great teacher, skillfully purifying all the obscurations and revealing our nature, so that we need such a spiritual master. So that, you see, is such important. I think the simile or examples are easy. You can read them, and others you can read, not difficult. Now the division or the classification. So there are the ordinary spiritual master, spiritual master of Bodhisattva, or the Bodhisattva spiritual master who has attained certain bhumis, and spiritual master of the Buddha, or the Nirmanakaya spiritual master, and then the Sambhogakaya spiritual master. So there are 4 spiritual masters made as a division. So others are also easy to read. Buddha, you see, like Buddha during the Buddha Shakyamuni, he was in Nirmanakaya and taught all those teachings to all the different levels. And Buddha Sambhogakaya in the Buddha field, Pure Land, Buddha field, and to the great Bodhisattvas taught the teachings. And Bodhisattvas, those who are from first bhumi to the 10th bhumi, have different qualities and ability teachings, and they have different ability teachings to give to the disciples. So these are also not so difficult. You can read. Now, the ordinary spiritual master, maybe we look a little bit, pay attention on that, you see. Because right now we don't see Buddhas, and there are great Bodhisattvas out there. We don't know how different levels they have achieved. We don't know so much, but we see the ordinary spiritual masters day to day in our life. So in that, here, Gampopa made into 3 divisions. The ordinary spiritual masters. There are 3 types of ordinary spiritual masters. Those who possess 8 qualities, 1, and those who possess 4 qualities, and those who possess 2 qualities. Now from that, concerning the first, in the Bodhisattva's Bhumi, is written by Asanga. Once that Bodhisattva, ordinary Bodhisattva teacher, that Bodhisattva teacher, master, one should understand that the Bodhisattva who has 8 qualities is a perfect spiritual master. What are those 8? One who possesses the moral ethics of Bodhisattvas. No, moral ethics, very important. One is learned in the Bodhisattva's teaching, means has a great scholar who studied the Bodhisattva's teachings from Buddha and great masters. And then possess realization means have the bodhicitta. No, at least bodhicitta is fully now kind of cultivated. See, and then also sense of the emptiness. Yes, you see, and possess compassion to share the teachings Dharma to others sincerely to free from suffering, not concern for one's own life, but concern for others. And kindness, see, kindness, loving kindness, possess fearlessness because having bodhicitta and realization of the emptiness, there's no fear. Means to give teachings, there's no fear. Or to tell others false, no fear. There's no fear or doubt. And possess fearlessness, and possess patience, and this courage, patience. And then possess indefatigable mind, repeating the teachings one after another, all the way to teach, explain. And expert in verbal expression, has a skill how to express these teachings. So Bodhisattva who has these 8 qualities is a perfect teacher. The second is said from Ornament of Mayana, also Buddha Maitreya, possessing great scholarship and dispelling doubt. Whatever he says is acceptable, and distinguishing the two realities. This is a perfect Bodhisattva spiritual masters. So now explanation is here. Possessing great scholarship refers to being able to give more extensive teachings because of vast wisdom that master has studied various teachings from Buddha and like Nagarjuna, Asanga, their teachings. So has a great wisdom to explain these teachings. So that is one. Spiritual master can dispel doubt because he has profound discriminating awareness, you see. Doubt means like here, confusing, not sure, right or wrong, these things. So the teacher can help us to purify these confusion and lead to the right path, because the spiritual master has the good discriminating awareness, wisdom. And also the spiritual master has the good experience in the practice. So those two. Then next, his words are acceptable because his action is pure virtue. Sometimes there are some very expressive, but moral ethics not so pure, doesn't behave well, so you cannot accept. So that spiritual master, whether she or he, explains teachings precisely and maintains the discipline well. So then people can trust, has such a pure moral ethics. And from that, Dharma teaching is given. So 3. And then next, he or she explains the primary characteristics of afflicting emotions, of their purification. So this is true. And now this is a true. Can that spiritual master has the ability to explain what is the cause of samsara and what is the cause of nirvana, and explains how to free from the samsara and how to follow the nirvana. So these 4, if the spiritual master has, is the perfect teacher, wonderful teacher. So that's why he explains the primary characteristics of afflicting emotions and of their purification. The third, now the third one, who has 2 qualities, engaging in the conduct of the bodhisattva, bodhisattva avatara. A spiritual master is always expert in the Mahayana teachings, means must have vast knowledge of the study, reading Mahayana, lot of Mahayana teachings. So then next, he or she will not abandon the bodhisattva's vow, means the moral ethics is kept purely, which includes the Vinaya and bodhisattva's vow, have kept purely. So these 2 are very important qualities that spiritual masters require to have. So even says, bodhisattva's vow, even the risk of his own life, even risking life, say, for the vow. If you don't kill this person, I will kill you this. They say, yes, you kill me. So that kind of, you see. Or you should steal this from this. If you are not stealing from this, this thing, you will be persecuted. So, okay, you can persecute me. I cannot steal, you see. So that's just example. It may not happen, but just example, So we practitioners have that kind of moral ethics, pure life. You see, as I mentioned, when you study, practice Dharma teaching in general, especially Mahayana teachings, we are establishing ourselves as better human beings, more peaceful, more compassionate, more courage, wisdom, ready to serve in the society, help all the societies. Because in the samsaric whole beings are confused. They don't have a good teacher. All those who know all this, all the people, everyone is confused. So Dharma teaching is the only, teach you the direct cause of peace and happiness for today for tomorrow, for this life, for next life, in the samsara and for the enlightenment. So that is the spiritual master. Okay. Then next, this method, you see. The methods are, you see, here said, when this kind of spirit masters is found, there this method is a method of how to attend spiritual master. See, attending him or her through respect and service, attending him through the devotion and reverence, and attending him through the practice and persistent in the teachings. First two are important but easy to understand. The third one, attending him or her through practice and persistence. This is very important. First, you receive all the teachings, what requires. Receive the teachings. Then practice, you see. It's very important, practice. And persistent means practice repeatedly, again and again. Like you see, in Vajrasattva, for example. So I have, say, recited Vajrasattva mantra 100,000 for purification. We have done 100,000, but we are not enlightened. We are not purified all obscurations, you see. So I have to continue, see, persistent. Sometimes we say, oh, I have done 100,000 frustration, 100,000 Vajrasattva practice. Somehow like you are proving you are done so great thing, maybe you're enlightened. But in reality, look at the mind, long way to go, you know. So persistent, purifying, as I always mentioned, purify our mental afflictions. That's very difficult, not easy, but that's all Dharma teachings are designed for that. Purify our mental afflictions. The self-grasping, our attachment, our the aversion, greed, these things. Sometimes there's a misunderstanding, or if you don't attach, then how you can care others. Without attachment, you care better. When you have attachment, then you're so kind of stuck there, and then you difficult to help, support others. Instead, then you want to do so much because you're attached, and it hurts others. Without attachment, if you helping others, you know what is required, what is necessary. Out of compassion, out of loving kindness, then you can help. It's much better. See, without hurting yourself, without hurting others. So release the attachment. Attachment means your own benefit. My own benefit, I attached. That purify. Then help others. See, there's others. Now next is the benefits that attending the teacher, the spiritual master, what kind of benefit is there? So if I read this, the beneficial effects of attending a spiritual master are these are mentioned in Shri Samvara life story. Noble family means Bodhisattva, who has the bodhicitta, no? Bodhisattva's vow, that noble family. A Bodhisattva who is well girded by spiritual masters, the spiritual master next to you and tell you what to do, what not to do, and you are following that accordingly. So that one, so master will not fall into the lower realms, because spiritual master tell you, don't commit non-virtue, develop all the virtuous activities. And the Bodhisattva who is escorted by spiritual master will not fall into the hands of an evil person. A Bodhisattva who is well girded by the spiritual master will not turn away from the Mayana family. You always follow in the Mayana family. You always inspire, practice the bodhicitta all the time, always. A Bodhisattva who is well guarded by the spiritual master will go beyond the ordinary person's level, means will free from samsara. Meditate, reflect, first on the base of pure moral ethics as a foundation. On that, the mind is well established in the shamatha, and on above the shamatha, then special insight, see directly the whole nature of your own being, and you see it directly and go beyond the samsara. Yes, spiritual master inspire you to do this practice, and you follow the path, and you get this benefit. See, so that's why spiritual master is very important, and important to have all the necessary qualities. And then the mother of the victorious one, perfection of wisdom, says, a Bodhisattva, Mahasattva, who is well guarded by spiritual masters, will quickly achieve unsurpassable complete enlightenment. So today we have done 3 chapters. Buddha nature, working basis, precious human life, and then this spiritual masters. How you like this way? It's good?
Very nice.
Oh, very good.
Di Đà Phật ổn ạ. Con cảm ơn Zimuche. Cảm ơn ban tổ chức. A Di Đà Phật.
It was what I needed today and every day. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm so happy. That's what I thought. Without going line by line, get the essence and then put together, and then you just follow the practice.
Yes, thank you, Kenshin.
Thank you, Kenshin.
Yes, I'm so happy to do this. So as I mentioned, I share this from my very small knowledge here to help others, to you all, those who are there. Yeah, so please practice this, and we have a big responsibility to help many people in this country and all over the world. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kenshin.
Thank you. Now, please take a deep breath.
Thank you.
Yeah, please inhale and exhale. Just relax your body and mind. Once more, please inhale fully. And exhale. Make your mind spacious as like the space. And inhale. and exhale. And with just, as I mentioned, this is just reminding, refreshing our Dharma knowledge. And please appreciate, rejoice. And then we say some dedication prayers for our freedom from samsara and to have all sentient beings, meanwhile, with peace and happiness in the world. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah,
In praise,
yeah.
in praise of Kenshin Vajradhara, the great
Yeah,
knowledge
Father.
holder of definite
Cảm
meaning,
ơn sư Chê,
please
cảm ơn
check,
Father Chích. Cảm ơn mọi người đã tham gia. Chúc tất cả ngủ ngon. A Di Đà Phật.
please check in chat for the long life prayer for Kenshin Rinpoche.
Thảo ơi, có thể đề nghị thầy dậy sớm hơn được không?
Please mute. Please mute.
Mute.
Please check in chat for long life prayer for Kenshin Rinpoche, please. And give me a moment. I'm going to find it and see if we can share it.
Thank you.
Annie,
It's not, it's good.
Annie,
Yes.
will you make Annie sumo
Okay, let me,
post?
Yeah.
all right. Just a moment. Okay. Your discipline completely pure, unsoiled like Mount Mansarvar. Your concentration unwavering, stable like sea Mount Kailash, and your wisdom realizing all phenomenon clear like the sun. Kenshin Lama of all beings, why shouldn't we praise you? Knowing the three turnings of the Dharma for those of various mental powers, and understanding the 84,000 afflictions as medicine, you teach the Dharma wheels with the 10 bhumis, 5 paths, 37 factors, conducive to awakening and more, turning the wheel of Dharma. How amazing. An essential nature not established, it is emptiness. And emptiness does not transcend the extent of cause and result. Thus, you revealed the way how cause and result operate, clearly distinguishing them and turning the Dharma wheel of profound dependent origination. How amazing. With the training of abandoning and accepting the 3 vows, forming a stable foundation, you are not shrouded by stains of natural misdeeds or transgressions. Great spiritual master who upholds the teachings of the Vinaya, you turn the Dharma wheel of individual liberation. How amazing. Recognizing parents as parents, you hold all beings as children with your loving kindness, and sincerely wishing to liberate all beings from samsara out of compassion. You turn the Dharma wheel of bodhicitta. How amazing. With the recognition of oneself is fully established as the supreme deity from the beginning, you know how many methods, the path without hardship, to those beings who don't establish this, turning the Dharma wheel of profound secret mantra. How amazing. With the view realizing the basic disposition of phenomenon, you and beautified by pure conduct, the 3 vows never declining, having arrived in the kingdom of meditation without distraction or grasping, you turn the Dharma wheel, conduct and meditation. How amazing. The method consists of the 3 vows, 6 paramitas, and bodhicitta, and wisdom is realizing the basic disposition of all phenomenon is emptiness. Manifesting the union of both, you turn the Dharma wheel of the ultimate fruition with the qualities that are the result of separation. How amazing. During the time of Drikung teaching, during this time, the Drikung teaching declines. The heart essence and Gongchik are the king of the wish-fulfilling gems. When the great treasure revealer of this time reveals them from the center of wisdom, mind, ocean, why shouldn't we praise him? Having studied extensive scripture of the highest learning with profound wisdom, you were liberated from the constraints of doubt and practiced by meditating on the fivefold of Mahamudra. Why shouldn't we praise one who perfected his own benefits? In explaining, like the Lord of Sages Ratnashiri, in debate, the fearless great Pandita Naropa, in composition, Chang Shrap Jungne, you are inseparable from the incomparable treasure revealer of Gongchik. How amazing. Knowledge once spreads the fame of forefathers' Dharma in this world. Venerable accepts you as Kenshin, who holds the Vinaya teachings. Your heart a treasury filled with qualities of goodness. Kenshin, you are the home of the sublime qualities. How amazing. To avoid the wholesome roots of even a single sentient being from becoming exhausted, he taught the fundamental character of the mind of all is one, and the protecting even a single vow will benefit all. You uphold and revive the second victorious teacher's tradition. How amazing. At the time you taught the basic disposition of phenomena, how it is, to assemblies that hold on to mere tradition with more arrogance than knowledge. Your instructions went right to the heart of the matter. We saw your numerous wondrous qualities. How amazing. Distinguishing samsara and nirvana, like Kashuka stones that separates gold and brass, with the power of teachings of cause and result unmixed, and the wisdom directly seeing right and wrong. You are the guide of the ultimate path. How amazing. With the four fearlessnesses, like the four claws straddling the snow, you take up the fivefold Mahamudra, radiantly blazing like a mountain lion, the Gongchik like your vast mane. Kenshin, you are the lion of men. How wonderful and amazing. Venerating the assembly of the Sangha at the crown of your head with high esteem, by giving profound instruction on abandoning faults and accomplishing qualities. You turn the wheel of the Dharma unceasingly. You are the glorious Lama with all qualities. How amazing. Providing the Sangha with material objects for their sustenance and bearing hardship to visit everywhere. Your nurture those you trained with unsurpassed Dharma, offering your delight about the three jewels. How wonderful and amazing. Without giving deceitful praise, being attached to your own bias, or denigrating others' opinion out of aversion, you show the meaning of the profound disposition of cause and result and clarity of victor's intent. How amazing. Your body immaculate, tempered in completely pure renunciation, your speech sublimely true and free from the faults of embellishing or denigrating, your mind bodhicitta, holding all beings in your heart. You are a monk and a great Vajra holder. How amazing. With numerous teachers of the sublime Dharma, Kempos and teachers give teachings on the sublime Dharma without having practiced it. You are one who gives excellent explanation on the sublime from your experience. You, Kenshin, are residing at the abode of the sublime. How amazing. All Dharma teachings which come from nakedly and directly perceiving the basic disposition, the nature itself, came together in the sublime Dharma of Gongchik, the true heart of Dharma, and teaching it clearly. You are its guardian, who turns the Dharma wheel of Gongchik. How amazing. Loving the entire Sangha community like a great mother, you are the actual great father who grants the monastic vows and precepts, supremely spiritual master, Drikung Kenshin. May you live long and may your enlightened activities flourish. Despite being well adorned with title of great ones, not holding onto any importance and traveling alone without attendants, you are preeminent among the most of supreme, peaceful and gentle, filled with a smile. May you live long. All virtues resulting from praise of the glorious Lama, who has all qualities, I dedicate to all mother sentient beings of the three realms, so they may attain the level of Jigten Sungun after the basic disposition of phenomenon, the way things are, has become evident to them. Dorje Chang, Tilopa, Naropa, Marpa, Milarepa, Dalmaruld, Gampopa, Phagmodrupa, and Lord Rikumpa. Please bestow upon us the most auspicious blessings of the Kagyu Lamas. By this virtue, may I achieve the all-knowing state, and may all those who travel on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death cross the ocean of samsara by defeating all enemies, confusion, the cause of suffering. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where its unborn may it arise, where its born may not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. I pray that the Lama may have good health and long life. I pray your Dharma activities spread far and wide. I pray that I may not be separated from you. As Manjushri and likewise Samantabhadra realize the ultimate state, Buddhahood, I will follow in their path and share the merit for all sentient beings. By the blessing of the Buddhas who attained the three kayas, by the blessing of the truth of unchanging Dharma as such, by the blessing of the indivisible Sangha order, may the merit I share bear fruit. Glorious, holy, venerable, precious, kind, root and lineage lamas, divine assemblies of Yidams, and assemblies of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, yogins, yoginis, and dakinis, dwelling in the 10 directions, please hear my prayer. By the power of this vast root of virtue, may I benefit all beings through my body, speech, and mind. May the afflictions of desire, hatred, ignorance, arrogance, and jealousy not rise in my mind. May thoughts of fame, reputation, wealth, honor, and concern for this life not arise for even a moment. May my mind stream be moistened by loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta. And through that, may I become a spiritual master with good qualities equal to the infinity of space. May I gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra in this very life. May the torment of suffering not arise even at the time of my death. May I not die with negative thoughts. May I not die confused by the wrong view. May I not experience an untimely death. May I die joyfully and happily in the great luminosity of mind as such and pervading clarity of Dharmata. May I in any case gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra at the time of death or in a bardo. By the virtues collected in the 3 times by myself and all beings in samsara and nirvana, and by the innate Ruda virtue, may I and all sentient beings quickly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious enlightenment. May the teachings of the great Trikumpa Ratnashiri, omniscient Lord of the Dharma, master of interdependence, continue through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of samsara.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Rinpoche.
Chancellor.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you very much,
Much
Rinpoche.
love,
Long
Rinpoche.
life.
You.
Steve.
Gracias.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Rinpoche.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
everybody.
Rinpoche. Thank you. Long life,
Much
Rinpoche.
love.
Thank you.
Muito
Thank you,
obrigada,
Rinpoche.
Rinpoche. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Thank you,
See you next week.
Rinpoche.
Yes.
Long
See you
life,
next week.
Rinpoche.